Good afternoon. I have another video I want to do for you today. This is more of just a showing video than a tutorial. I've been working on this project for quite some time, and I just wanted to show you what I've done. This is a book. I got the idea from a friend of my cousin, Scrappy Hour 09 on YouTube, who took some little board books and made little mini scrapbook albums. They were only about this big. And she mentioned, you know, taking pictures of fingers and toes, and that she hadn't been able to do that when her kids were little. And it made me think it would make a really cute baby gift idea. So what I did is I went down to my thrift store and found board books. You know, Disney books, different board books that people had just donated to the thrift store. And I brought it home. I found the shape that I liked. And this one kind of had the little scallop on it, and I started playing. I chose papers from the Jazzy paper from Colorbach. I used some Amy Butler specialty papers from K & Company, some SEI, it was called Penelope's Potpourri. I believe that's this main paper on the front. Some others from Colorbach, one called Ooh La La, some from Die Cuts with a View, the Shimmer Stack. My green mat here is the Shimmer Stack, as is the binding on my book here. I used the Willow ink that I had picked up, or Willow ribbon that's got the little loopy edges that I had picked up from Joann's at some point to bind my book, because I knew that it wouldn't stay flat by the time I was done putting all the paper in it. So I found a good glue. I cut out all of my paper. I chose pinks because it's for a little girl. I used my Cricut cartridge mini monograms and cut out these little circles, and then I used or these little scallop circles, and then I believe I used Simply Sweet to cut out the little letters in the brown. And then all of my photographs I mounted in brown. Now I've covered up the pictures that would be identifying, just for safety issues, but the front cover has a picture of the baby that the book's designed for, again mounted in brown. Then we come to the next page, and with the Shimmer Stack I had, and then I cut the little mat here and corner rounded it, and then again I printed God Gave Me in just some brown paper that I had. I'm not sure who made that paper. And then I did a picture. I had her mom send me pictures, close-up pictures of different body parts. So here we have her two eyes, and it says two eyes in brown, and then I took the icicle stickles and went over it. Along the binding on the inside I have some twine from the Twinery. I believe the color is Cupcake, I'm not sure on that. And I just, as I was finishing the project, I just glued that in to kind of finish off the edges, because sometimes the paper didn't quite meet, or it would kind of rip and stuff. A nose, a mouth, two ears, hands and fingers, feet and toes. Now these are all her body parts. And then on this I continued, the idea is God gave me these things, and this is a picture of her whole family. She has other members, other siblings, and so they're in the picture. This is a picture of she and just her mom, a picture of she and her dad, a picture of one of her siblings, her other siblings. This is a picture of her Mormor, or her grandma, and she together, and her papa, and she, and then this is the grandparents from the other side with her as well. So if you watched my video on my journal, I cut holes in the back of the book just like I did in the journal, where I adhered the back page on, and then I punched the holes with my whole set, my eyelet set punch, and then I went over the top of it with the other paper to cover it up so that I could close that and bind it around. Some tips, some things that I learned. When I was all done, because I want this to be a book that her mom can read to her, and when she gets a little bit older she can look at and say, oh, this is what I look like when I was a baby. So I wanted it to be something that she could enjoy, but that would still be somewhat preserved. So I decided, well, I'll just Mod Podge it. Well, that was a little bit difficult. And it was because the photos, I was not able to get them developed at the place I normally get them developed, and I choose usually to get my photos with a matte finish. I just like that look better, and I didn't realize that the other company I was using didn't use, their default was glossy, and I didn't realize that, and maybe that's part of my problem. But the Mod Podge, when the photos are on top of each, when the book is closed, it kind of tends to chip and to come apart. So in the future, I have another one in the plans to do. I'm thinking I probably won't Mod Podge it. I do like the way the book feels with the Mod Podge on it, but if the pictures don't, I'm a perfectionist, and if they're not the way I like them, it's not worth it to me. So despite the fact that I dried it for hours sitting up like this, it's still every once in a while will stick. So I just am not going to do it that way. Another option for me is I do enjoy making my own books with chipboard. So what I may do next time I make it, instead of using a board book that I had purchased, I may just go ahead and make my own book out of chipboard. I don't know. But anyway, it was a cute project. I think she's going to really like it. And so I hope it inspires you to try it and give something to those special little babies in your life that are being born. Thanks. Have a good day.